Let's get into our next topic. And let's talk about Miss Jennifer. So Jennifer has come under fire for giving her opinion on what she believes makes a New Yorker. Because she said that, a lot of people try to claim the city, but if you wasn't born here, you are not a New Yorker. That is her opinion. But some people agree, some people don't. Now, let me play you the clip. And once we are done with the clip, we will come back and talk. Please.
So what's your take?
You have to be born in New York to be a New Yorker.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I know everybody wants to claim the city.
No, I know.
Everybody wants to claim our city, but you have to be born in New York. You have to be born in one of the 5 boroughs to be a New Yorker.
Well, here's the thing.
Okay.
When I moved here in 2012,
yes,
everyone was like, in 10 years, you can call yourself a New Yorker.
Oh, is that what they said?
Yeah, and then I stayed 10 years.
Said no New Yorker ever.
No, the New Yorkers used to have this as a rule.
That was a rule?
Yes, you didn't know about this?
No, I didn't get the memo. I did not sign the petition.
And you're the official big dog in this. I'm serious. Here's my question.
Okay.
Let's say I've been here for 50 years. I'm 90 years old. And you go, are you a New Yorker? And I go, no.
I have to say no. You live in New York. You take on characteristics of New Yorkers, probably by that time. You have a New York sensibility.
I pay New York taxes.
You pay... yeah, you pay New York taxes.
But I can't call it.
When you're born in New York is when you're really a New Yorker.
So if I've been here for 50 years...
What did I just say? Do I need to say it? See, this is very New York right here. I said what I said, and I meant it. I'm glad this was my first take. Jenny from the block forever, baby.
Okay, what's the next take?
Self-love should be a subject in school from kindergarten all the way through college.
100% agree.
Because they teach us things intellectually, but an intellectual mother with no emotional intelligence is dangerous. It's a dangerous person. Okay? Clock it, all these.
But that's true.
Bars.
They're bad people. That's how you get a bad person.
And if you fail, just like anything else, you can't go out in society. You can't have a job.
You have to keep going until
you have to keep going until you become a good person.
And there would be a lot of people that never come out. There would be a lot of people stuck in self-care class.
Our whole government.
Well, wasn't there a story that came out that a lot of kids are graduating, but a lot of them can't read? So this new generation is cooked, quiet as it's kept. But by the way, that was from Kareem Rama's Subway Takes, where she pretty much did that. And I was wondering, because I saw they was in Brooklyn, because that was J Street, where they did that segment. Well, one of the stops. And I was wondering, how do they do that? Like, do y'all shut down an entire car on a train to film that and then make sure that people can't come up in there or whatever the case is? But anyway, so yeah, what she has said in the matter has pretty much divided the internet, which is not surprising. And there were some celebrities and stuff that weighed in on what she had to say as well. So let's get to some of those. Now, comedian and Brooklyn native Robbie Hoffman commented 100% agreed on the Instagram post. Julia Fox, who was born in a small town in Italy but spent most of her childhood in New York City, agreed with the actress and singer as well. She said she's actually right. If you haven't suffered through childhood here, you are not a New Yorker. Sorry. Real Housewives of New York City alum Carol Radziwill disagreed with the star, saying as a born and raised New Yorker herself, she believed that the beauty of the city was claiming it at any age. She said, no, the point is that New York City welcomes everyone. Anyone could be a New Yorker if they choose to make a life here. Duh. Well, here's the thing. I have a problem with that segment because we've got a lot of people that are coming from like Midwest or small towns, whatever the case is, or rich people that come in because they've seen Sex in the City or whatever show, and they automatically think New York is that way. And then y'all come here, because I've been seeing a lot of these videos online, which irks my fucking spirit. That a lot of y'all come here and y'all want to change up like Midtown and downtown Brooklyn or whatever. Y'all want to change up the terms and the names of what we've been calling New York all of our lives, and y'all want to call it East Manhattan. I'm like, what the fuck is the East Manhattan? We don't have no damn East Manhattan. We have the Upper East Side. We have the Upper West Side. We got Hell's Kitchen. We got Chelsea. We have, What else we got? We have all these different areas and stuff of like Manhattan and Brooklyn and all these other places. Y'all want to come up here and call the other shit? No, y'all are not going to colonize our stuff, gentrify the hell out of it, and then try to kill the history of what New York is, which is what a lot of people are getting pissed off anyway, because people are being priced out, gentrification, all those things. So I slightly agree with Jennifer, but I do agree that in certain situations, I feel like if you came up in the school system, if you had to go through if you was living here a long time and survived the concrete jungle, I do think that makes you a New Yorker. I guess maybe for me, I was born and raised here, born in Brooklyn, lived in Brooklyn until I was like, what, 12 years old, moved to Queens. I've lived all places except the Bronx, but I've lived in Brooklyn, I've lived in Queens, I lived in Harlem, so that's Manhattan. I ain't doing the Bronx. I'll do some Bronx boys, but I won't do the Bronx. Staten Island, we don't even claim her. So, and like I said, Manhattan is Harlem, all part of the same thing. So there's that. Let me see if there was anything else other people had to say. Um, Oh yeah, because you talking about paying look and the paying of taxes thing, they ain't got shit to do with the federal. Oh well, I pay a bunch of taxes, therefore that makes me a New Yorker. No, we all got to pay crazy ass taxes living here. Now another person said in the comments, because I'm gonna read some of the comments that was in that Twitter video. One person said, "This is one of the dumbest takes ever for a city of immigrants and one of the most welcoming cities in the world." Some people said that how Hannah for up in here talking this mess. She only claimed New York when she got something coming out. She only Henny from the block when she got new music coming out. Because one person said, saying this about a city where 40% of the population is made up of immigrants continue to be the holy grail of idiotic takes. Another person said, the take is bad, but it's good that Jennifer came with one that's controversial enough to get written up in the New York Times. Too many celebs don't bring real takes. Like Kamala, bacon is a spice. She said that dumb shit. Horrible. Austin Butler, I've never been invited to a bachelor party. What? Another person said, people taking this seriously when Jen herself probably doesn't take what she said seriously since it's no big deal, just playful banter. I don't know what you got from watching that video, but that was not playful banter. Yes, they were going back and forth and they were laughing at parts, but she was dead ass when she said what she said. Come on now. But then your name is the icon J-Lo, so you're pretty much a stan and you're not going to be real with, even though she was talking about I'm real, you're not going to be real with this comment. So another person says she's right, and I don't agree with J Lo often. Oh, sorry, Jennifer often. You have to be born here to claim being a New Yorker. My sister was born in Buffalo, and me, my mom, and my dad don't let her claim Brooklyn. Is that strict? Well, look, she was technically born in New York, but upstate. So she's not a New Yorker. Because New York, you got to be a part of the five boroughs. Now, another person said, as a born and raised New Yorker, I can't all the way agree. At some point, you become a product of your environment. I have plenty of friends born in Jamaica or DR, raised here, heavy NY accent and all. J-Lo hasn't lived in New York in over 10 years. I don't know who she is to make this call, LOL. Yeah, it's like once Kenny left the block, now she want to sit up in here and still claiming New York. But look, I guess in this way, it's still going to be a debate. We're going to have to agree to disagree. And some people don't agree with harness. Another person said this is the most nativist and xenophobic ish. What happened to being a nation of immigrants? Anyone could be a true member of society if they live and contribute to it. This take is anti American. Another person said why she keeps claiming she's Puerto Rican and not even born there. We're not doing that. And another person said, and you should be born in Latin America and call yourself a Latina, but here we are, girl. Another person says, so do you have to be born in America to be an American? Jennifer, because Americans are being robbed of their birthrights by foreigners. Another person says, she's right. Most NYers feel this way, New Yorkers feel this way. Nothing worse than a transplant telling natives what is and isn't our own city. Well, I do have a problem. I already talked about that earlier, that I don't like the transplants coming in and telling us what is and isn't considered a New Yorker. But it just seems like with this story, with this, we're not gonna get nowhere on this. We're just gonna have to agree to disagree because people are just gonna be debating this regardless. And yeah, like I said before, we're gonna have to agree to disagree. But I say all this to say, what do you guys think of this story? Do you agree with Yennefer, or do you think she is, as they're saying, being xenophobic in her regard? Because yeah, New York, truthfully, is made up of immigrants. We have all different we are a melting pot of people that live in the city, depending on where you go. We have the Chinese, we got Indians, we got Guyanese, we got Jamaicans, we got Haitians, we got Dominicans, we got Puerto Ricans, we got Colombians, and a lot of, so we got a melting pot of people, Filipinos, we got all different melting pot of people that live in New York, which is why I think a lot of people like coming here because it's so diverse. And so I just feel like at the end of the day, we're just gonna have to agree to disagree. But I definitely want to hear y'all debate this in the comments. So y'all know what to do. Gert, leave your debating comments in the comments down below.